Most American buyers look at new construction and resale property in Mexico and assume one of them must be safer. New looks clean, modern, and problem-free. Resale already exists, so it can feel more predictable. But neither assumption is enough. With new construction, you have to verify what still has to happen. With resale, you have to verify what already exists, and that difference should shape the decision before you sign or commit money. Here's where buyers get confused. They ask, which one is better, new construction or resale? That sounds practical, but it is too broad. A new property can look easier because nobody has lived in it. A resale property can look safer because you can physically inspect what already exists. So which one is better is the wrong question. The stronger question is, what must I verify before I commit to either one? Start with new construction. The mistake is thinking you are only comparing a future condo or home. You are also evaluating the process that is supposed to produce it. What exactly is being promised? What does the agreement say about the property, the payment schedule, and expected delivery? What happens if the timeline changes? And before more money moves, what has actually happened to support the next payment step? This is where a beautiful rendering can create false confidence. The rendering shows the future property. The buyer still has to verify the path to receiving it. Now compare that with resale. The obvious advantage is that the property already exists. You can walk through it. You can inspect visible condition. You can see the building, the street, and much of the environment around it. But here's the mistake. Existing does not automatically mean verified. The buyer still needs clarity about the property being transferred, the condition being accepted, and the obligations that may continue after closing. That can include deferred maintenance, building rules, ongoing costs, or repairs that are not obvious during a showing. Resale gives you more physical evidence. It does not eliminate the need to verify the transaction. If you're an American thinking about buying property in Mexico, this is the distinction I would use. With new construction, ask, what future performance am I depending on? With resale, ask, what existing reality am I accepting? Those are not the same question. And that is why there is no automatic winner. New construction requires you to understand what still has to happen. Resale requires you to understand what already happened and what already exists. The better choice starts with the uncertainty you can actually verify before you commit. But verification is only half of the decision. The other half is how you plan to own the property. If you will use it only part of the year, does one option create a simpler management plan? If you want predictable near-term use, how much timeline uncertainty can you tolerate? If you expect to hold the property for years, what responsibilities come with each option? And if your plan changes, how clearly do you understand the future resale path? This is where buyers make the second mistake. They choose the buying path first, and only later ask whether it fits the way they will actually own. So who may be better suited to new construction? A buyer who understands that part of the outcome still depends on future delivery, who is willing to verify the written process carefully, who understands the payment path, and whose timeline can tolerate the uncertainty that still remains. And who may be better suited to resale? A buyer who places more value on inspecting an existing property, who wants more physical evidence before committing, who is prepared to investigate existing condition and obligations, and whose plan fits the property as it actually exists today. Not because one is automatically safer, because different buyers are better equipped to verify different kinds of uncertainty. So what should Americans buy in Mexico, new construction or resale? My answer is, do not choose based on which property looks newer, easier, or more attractive. Choose after you understand what must be verified before you commit, what uncertainty remains after you sign, and whether the property fits the way you will actually own it. New construction asks you to evaluate what still has to happen. Resale asks you to evaluate what already exists. The stronger decision is the one you can verify and comfortably own. And whichever path you choose, the next decision happens before you sign. Watch this next. Before you sign property documents in Mexico, check this first. Because whether you choose new construction or resale, those documents can define your obligations, your payment path, and what happens after you sign.